Ohio State versus Ohio pregame show, and it starts right now on Let's Talk Sports. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, and subscribe for all my latest content. So we have one little topic, and then we're going to get right into it. All right, so Rece Davis. Taking a look at Rece Davis, I have a little highlight there of him playing tennis with Coach Day, but not everyone was happy. And not everyone ranked Ohio State on number one. As a matter of fact, Rece Davis, surprisingly, playing tennis with Coach Day, snubbed Ohio State of that number one ranking bowl. Granted, the reigning national champion Buckeyes did secure the overwhelming majority of 57 first-place votes in the latest AP poll, but 8 other ballots cast their number one votes for a combination of 3 other teams this week. So Ohio State's main competition in the Big Ten this year, Penn State, Oregon, and where 2 other teams are LSU got a vote in the SEC. So one of them was Rece Davis, the host of ESPN's flagship college game day program. Davis didn't keep the Buckeyes far from pole position as he ranked in at number 2, followed by Miami at number 3, Oregon at 4, and Penn State at number 5. But what is Rece Davis doing? Is he just wanting attention? I don't really like that. Ohio State is obviously the number one team with the number one defense in the land, and also have the best damn band in the land. All right, now I was wanting to show you this. I saw this on Instagram, and I wanted to show you guys as well. So take a look at this. Here's a clip from 2010, Ohio State playing Ohio. I think that was the last time he played. Check out the Bobcats. Oh! Tries to tackle him. Helmet comes flying off. He hurries up and tries to put the helmet back on. But Brutus is like, what are you doing, bro? Couldn't even get him down. Couldn't even get the tackle or nothing. So, but then the Bobcat is not done. So there's a story behind this. Take a look at this here as it pans back over. Good camera angles. Oh, he jumps on top of Brutus. Throws him to the ground in the end zone. Brutus trying to get up. He's going for the rear naked, but he can't get him. His head's too big. And he swats him in the no-no region. If you saw that, play it back, and Brutus starts laughing. So it's kind of crazy, but the story goes, I didn't see the name or all that stuff. I just read the article a little bit ago, and I guess this guy, the Bobcat guy, he's been a known prankster back in high school, and he wanted to go to the Bobcats because he said he saw Oregon Ducks always making fun and doing stuff and wrestling with the different mascots. So he said he wanted to do it. But first he needed to be a Bobcat. So he goes to Ohio. Then he becomes the Bobcat mascot. Now, that's where he was. Around September, around the same time around this year, but 2010, 15 years ago, almost to the day. So, pretty crazy. All right, you want to get into the game? Let's do it. So, we have Ohio State versus Ohio. September 13th, 2025, Ohio Bobcats are 1-1. They're coming into town of Ohio Stadium, and the Buckeyes are obviously undefeated. Ohio State is ranked at number 1 in all majority polls. Ohio State is heavily favored at 31.5 to 32.5. Over-under is approximately in the 50s, the low 50s, around 51 to 52, depending on your sources. So I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb. I'm going to call it right now. I'm shooting my shot right here. Buckeyes win 56 to around 6. 56 to 6, and you heard it here first. They're only going to get field goals. But let's take a look at strengths and weaknesses. Ohio State, very dominant defense. I'm saying number 1 defense in the land, and they'll probably stay that way all year. And their red zone defense is especially strong. Haven't allowed an opponent score in the red zone so far going into week 3. So efficient passing game. Julian saying he's at the top high percentage of his passes, and look for him to go yard with Jeremiah Smith. Depth, home field advantage, programs historical dominance in his kind of matchup. The weaknesses is rushing offense. Even though they're doing pretty good, they'll want to balance things out and not be one-dimensional. So Ohio State is rebuilding parts of its defensive line. Games where the Bobcats can disrupt with a dual threat play from quarterback position. And let's talk about the Bobcats, shall we? Let's do it. Dual threat quarterback, Parker Navarro. He can throw, and he's also dangerous with his legs. Good wide receiver target with Chase Hendricks, so you got to watch out for him, who has shown ability to make plays. Some confidence from recent performances. Ohio defeated West Virginia and nearly beat Rutgers. That suggests they can hang with the Big 12, but not the Big 10. That's what I'm saying. Weaknesses, they are turnover prone. Navarro will throw interceptions, and Ohio's negative turnover margin hurts them in games versus elite defenses, and that's going to happen here. Inconsistent offensive line, an inconsistent run game, always getting pressure, always under attack, facing a strong pass rush or disciplined defense could force mistakes. And I'm saying 56, they're going might drop even more on them. It might be a Grambling State matchup here. On the road versus top-tier oppositions, big step up in intensity and the speed of death. Taking a look at some key matchups, let's look. How well Ohio State can contain Navarro's mobility. If Ohio can force him to give up on scramble options and stay in the pocket, Ohio State takes a lot of control. Ohio State's ability to finish drives versus Ohio's red zone defense. Will Ohio State's defense be aggressive early or lean on short, efficient drives? We don't know yet. Momentum in the first half. If Ohio State jumps ahead big early, Ohio might struggle to get back into this one. And the special teams and penalties, Ohio State has been much cleaner. Ohio has been more penalty yards. Mistaken could compound. So I already said the predictions, and we already talked about it. So I had Ohio State winning 56-6, 56-9, somewhere around there, and that will put it on the over category. So Ohio State's defense tends to keep games low scoring versus non-power conference opponents. So I'm saying that Ohio's offense, the Bobcats offense, will not score. I don't even think they will score a touchdown. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Love you guys. Quick show. God bless. Tip the waitress.